What up, what up, what up? Welcome to Stand On It Media. Salute to my Stand On It Media family out there. Hello, beautiful people. If you are new to my channel, much, much appreciated. Do me a favor, though. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, like this video, leave a comment in this video, share this video, hit that notification bell. You'll be notified when I drop videos. So, look, we're going to get right to the content, man. Salute the Art of Dialogue for the content. He's doing this interview with Suge Knight. And I think every day he drops pieces of the interview. And in this particular segment of the interview, Suge Knight is explaining to us why he thinks Snoop Dogg was behind or played a part in the assassination of Tupac Shakur. Yes, the assassination of Tupac Shakur. Now, I'll say this and then we'll get to the content. I remember years ago, man, these type of rumors, the walkie-talkie, Snoop Dogg being involved, Reggie being involved, Suge Knight may be involved, and he had the perfect alibi sitting right there in the car. All these type of rumors circulated back in the day, and we just looked at it as conspiracy theories and stuff like that didn't really have no basis. But fast forward to today, right? At first, I used to, when Suge would do stuff like this, I would look at it as, oh, here goes Suge being Suge, just trying to throw stuff out there to throw people off. Because at one time he said that Snoop Dogg, that Tupac was still alive. Even though I did understand why he was doing that, I added that to the list of things that Suge would just throw out there to just throw off anything that involved this case. But now what we know today, I'm not gonna lie to you. I kind of feel like Suge probably been telling us this whole time what really went on that day. And we really weren't listening because he had somebody out there to make sure that he looked a little crazy or looked like he is out here trying to muddy up this investigation. And that guy's name is Reggie Wright Jr. Now, if you haven't been paying attention, there's a private investigator that says that they have enough evidence that can prove without a shadow of a doubt that Reggie Wright Jr. and Sr. orchestrated the hit on Tupac Shakur. So much so that a judge seen that evidence, not saying that it's valid or not valid, but seen it and said, you know what? There's enough probable cause. There's enough here for me to kick this case down another year. So they have delayed the Keefe D trial. Talk to me now. Now, when you put all that together and you think about it, remember Suge Knight, Reggie Wright was the one that was in charge of wasn't in charge. I'm sorry. He was the one that was posting like I don't want to say content, but he was posting different things on Suge Knight's Twitter to make it appear like it was Suge Knight when it really wasn't. It was Reggie. And the only way that information got divulged is when he went over there to the Bloody Bunch. Salute to the Bloody Bunch. He went over there to the Bloody Bunch, and the Bloody Bunch, I guess I'm assuming, was communicating with Suge or somebody close to Suge, and Suge let him know, like, man, that dude been running my Twitter page this whole time, and it's not me. Why would an ex-disgraced cop do something like that? Maybe, I don't know, I'm gonna use his favorite word, muddy up the investigation. That's what it's really starting to look like, and it's starting to smell like that. And salute to Delray Richardson, because he's been on this for a very long time. I'm gonna keep shouting out the people out there that's doing the good work, doing the Lord's work. You need to go look at his page and get up to speed on all of this. But it's starting to look like Reggie Wright Jr. and Sr. with the arms crossed behind their back may have had something to do with this Tupac case. And now you add Snoop Dogg to the roster. I don't know what's going on, but we're going to figure it out together. Sit back and relax. Let's enjoy this content with Stand on the Media. Let's get it.
So, Suge, I gotta ask you, and shout out to Snoop. I don't got no issue with Snoop, but every time I ask you about Snoop, you always bring up Vegas. And from what I get from it is, you feel like Snoop knew what was going to happen to Tupac in Vegas. Can you speak on that, if you don't mind? Like, go more into detail?
I'm going to put it to you like this. I'm never going to say him. But the writing's on the wall, what I mean by that. I know they got into it in New York. I know Pac ain't turning nothing down. Pac, go. When it's time to go, he gonna go. And I know that us three the three of us was close. After I called my mother, I'm going to hit Pac, I'm going to hit Snoop, make sure they straight. So all three of us communicated with each other, always. He had a ticket for the fight, a Tyson fight, where we always go to, a ring-size ticket. They all knew that was an East Coast night, and everybody was excited about it. I had Run DMC performing that night. When you look at it, Dad said that, hey, we wasn't going. Snoop was on, fuck Death Row, basically fuck Tupac and everything above, and something gonna happen.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
Warren G says that Snoop was at his house watching the fight, and he had the walkie-talkie, the radio. Now, these walkie-talkies, the radios I had, it's not a Nextel. This is before all that. I had these radios that work on the whole West Coast. San Diego, Vegas, Oregon, the West Coast, Denver, right? So, only time a person got one of those radios, it's like if they was going to a club or they was going to court or they was going to an event that they could communicate with their security. Whoever doing those security details, the security didn't keep them 24/7. So the radios were handed to, if two guys was going to be on Snoop, I would hand them two radios, and Snoop would have one. After that's finished, they would turn them back in. So it wasn't no need for Snoop to have a radio. That was surprising. So when Warren says he heard the shots, he heard everything was going on, and when everybody said they heard him say they got him, that's not just a red flag. That's a fact.
And let me just add, allegedly, they say that it was Reggie Wright. Reggie Wright was the one that was head of security, even though even though Tupac fired him as security, Suge was still paying him. So technically he was still doing security. And Suge said he put his two best men on Tupac that night. But the security, who was in control of the security, that was Reggie Wright Jr. and his security company. They're the ones who gave out those radios, allegedly. Now, Reggie Wright has denied the walkie-talkies all this whole time, for years. Let me just say for years, since day one, when the guy brought up the walkie-talkies, Reggie Wright has denied those walkie-talkies ever being involved in this situation or anything like that. It wasn't until he went and talked to the grand jury recently is when he admitted to having those walkie-talkies. That's interesting, and that is a bombshell. Why would he deny them walkie-talkies for years? Ever since the thing happened, he has denied those walkie-talkies. But when he goes to talk to the grand jury in the Keefe D case under oath, so he does not commit perjury, he says, "Oh yeah, I do remember those walkie-talkies, and those walkie-talkies were being used at the time." Bombshell. Let's go.
Somebody involved with something they shouldn't have been in, and they had a radio they shouldn't have had. So that was the first thing. Then they interviewed Corrupt, and Corrupt says Snoop had the meeting and said, "We're not going to Vegas." So they weren't going to Louisville, so that's basically saying like something's going to happen. And then Nate Dogg says, "I'm going to Vegas. I don't got to be around those niggas." That's his exact words. I can be here, I can be there, long as I don't be around them. Basically saying, if long as I'm not standing next to Tupac or me, he don't have to worry about a straight bullet getting him. No other way. And the fact that not only did he not come to the hospital, not one of those people, whatever you want to call them, did not do a song with Tupac. We put out 2 albums after Tupac was gone. Snoop not on one. Snoop did his album. You probably guys don't remember. He did that album on his own. Where it was The Dogfather. It's not a Pac verse on that one, and he have lots of them to pick from. Not on one. When Tupac got a star on Hollywood Walk of Fame, not one of those individuals, them people, did not come. So you can go up there and accept an award for Pac, act like y'all was close, but y'all was enemies at that time. And I do say this with all respect to the whole West Coast. I tried everything to keep the love for Snoop. If there's something personal, we'll deal with that on something personal. But when he went out his way and showed the facts, what he did, his involvement, that bothers me. And what's even worse than that, Ray J even said Snoop told him that. So it's like bragging points. But you know, it is what it is, you know? Certain things that happen can't be changed. But shit, if you look, you're not going to smell the smoke. You're going to see that fire burning.
So yeah, that's pretty much the end of that clip right there. This is what I am gonna say to that too, man. I remember Snoop Dogg, right? And I used to think this was odd and it was weird. And this is real. And I'm not trying to say that Snoop Dogg had anything to do with it, but I'm also not saying that he didn't have something to do with it. I'm not saying either or. But what I am saying is when you look at it and you go down memory lane. I remember when Snoop Dogg would do an interview talking about how much he loved Tupac Shakur. How it was him. He was the reason why Tupac Shakur was brought to death row. It was him and the Dog Pound. They wanted Tupac. They told Suge Knight, man, go get Cuz. Yeah, go get Cuz. I told Suge, man, go get Cuz. Now I don't know if any of y'all, if that is true, if it was half true of this or that. But what I do know is at the height of Tupac, before he died, right there at the height of his career, that night, that actual night that he died, him and Snoop Dogg wasn't friends. They was enemies. And I heard some stories that Tupac might have put him on his pockets. Don't know if that's true. That's just being alleged. But Snoop Dogg was not Tupac's friend. And Tupac wasn't Snoop Dogg's friend. They didn't like each other at the time. So to go from knowing that, from the moment that he got killed, and fast forward to now, to hear Snoop Dogg say how much he loved Tupac and how much he wanted Tupac to be on death row, and it was him and the Dog Pound that made sure go get him, and to be that aggressive with it and say that was my brother, and man, it makes you think, like, why? Because even then, before I even expected that Snoop Dogg was involved, because I did hear that rumor also, but I didn't pay that zero attention. I'm like, not Snoop Dogg, no, not Snoop. But even then, when I'm hearing him talk about how much he loved Tupac and how much respect and admiration he had for Tupac, it really kind of, for me at least, it fell on deaf ears. Like, I couldn't really believe it, because it was like, man, I remember I was there in them times, you know. I know we like to rewrite history and all that, but if history does remind me, it reminds me that you and him, it was up, it was stuck. Snoop Dogg Pac didn't want nothing to do with Snoop Dogg, and Snoop Dogg didn't want nothing to do with Pac. So I'm gonna just say, man, it's a lot going on in this case today. And then we couple it up with Whack 100, aka Cash Jones, aka CS2Pacs, recently just saying that the person who killed Tupac is still here. We just make y'all We lend y'all to believe that he's no longer here. Cause y'all stupid. Well, we're not stupid anymore. We listening loud and clear. We're listening. And karma is talking. A private investigator has said that they have enough information, they have enough evidence that they can prove that not only was Keefe D not in Vegas at the time, that Reggie Wright Jr. and Sr. orchestrated the murder of Tupac. Let's see how this plays out. If you are new to my channel and you made it this far, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Do me a favor though, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, like this video, leave a comment in this video. If you don't do anything else, man, do me a favor and share this video. Hit that notification bell. You'll be notified whenever I drop videos. And like I like to say around here, man, we'll catch y'all on the other side. It's Stand On It Media. Let's get it.